Hey, that home field advantage if Detroit shows up.
Yeah.
Now, the
Show
big
me
thing's gonna
who's
be
the person
Slay, but I'm
on
not
the.
sure of his status after the Eagles game.
Yeah, I was keeping an eye on that too. That what was that, a hamstring?
Looked like it. They thought it might have been a
Yeah.
cramp.
Well, he never came back in though. That's the thing. If it was a cramp, he would have been come back in. So
Exactly.
see, that's why I agree with the Lions there. I don't, because I'm like, oh man, it's an undefeated team. But then I think they got Kansas City and Green Bay coming up. They played two banged up teams, barely beat them, and now they have to face two winning record teams that, I mean, one boasts the second best defense in the NFL, and the other one boasts the best offense in the NFL. And the Lions defense is not looking considerably tough at the moment. So I don't know anyone on that. I'm sorry. If Slay is out, then you're looking at a real problem, because you're looking at, I mean, Sammy Watkins, Mecole Hardman. You're looking at Demarcus Robinson, who just came out of nowhere, and then Travis Kelce. Oh, and then add in LaShawn McCoy and Darrell Williams, and then Damian Williams. Like, there's weapons all over the place. So I don't think the Lions have even close enough defenders to cover all that. Mahomes will still find a way.
Yeah, he's been ridiculous this season. I mean, I know when we did our preseason stuff, I was like, he threw 50 touchdowns, but no one's been able to repeat that. And the sophomore,
he's closer to beating.
Here's the deal. The one thing that they lack, and the problem that is going to creep their heads up because of where they play, man, they're down in Missouri, and they're down in a windy area, and it gets cold and windy. And they used to have a balanced attack. If they don't find a run game so that they can have play action, see, that's what people are failing to realize about this offense, is they were able to still be explosive because they still had a very balanced attack when the weather got cold, so they could pick and choose their big shots, right? Now you're seeing them, it's big shot, big play, big play, big play. It's all the passing, all the passing. I'm not saying I'm not making anything here. I'm just interested to see how they're going to get that run game going, because they haven't been using McCoy in that, and he can be through the tackle. So I'm curious.
Damian Williams has been banged up. I'm waiting for him to get healthy.
Right, I'm curious to see what it's going to look like when the weather gets cold, how they're going to generate a run game. Because I'm not saying they won't. I'm just saying people. This idea that these 50 touchdowns last year came from this offense that you're seeing right now is can't be further from the truth. It was a very balanced attack that kept defenses off balance, and really, it was a nightmare, man. And you're not. This is not that type of offense. So I'm curious to see, because Andy Reid is smart enough. I'm not saying they won't. I'm just bringing up this point. I'm curious. That's my curiosity to see how they generate that as they're good, because they got time to prepare now. It's not like it's going to happen tomorrow. So that's the curiosity I want to look for. Because, dude, I like to nitpick a lot of teams, and I do like to nitpick. But I will tell you this much, right? Like, I don't like the Kansas City Chiefs per se. I'm not like a fan of their team or anything. But damn it, Patrick Mahomes is, and I said this last year, he is so, other than Aaron Rodgers, he's one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch. And not just like from personality, but I mean like to turn on tape and watch. Because what people don't rave enough about this young kid is that for all the crazy shit, just like when Rodgers, like 5, 6, 7 years ago, all the stuff, that's not what makes him so great. He's smart as hell, man. He looks defenders off. He double looks defenders off. His footwork is impeccable. He's got a longer windup. He could probably shorten it up and get rid of it a little quicker, but he's consistent with his mechanics. He's good with his line checks at the line of scrimmage. Like, not enough is talked about with Mahomes about the stuff outside of the flashiness, because it's all that other shit that he does at an elite level. Yeah, I'm saying it already. In his second year, elite level is why you see all these consistent splash plays and why it's so explosive. He is literally a kid that is that next generation of watching a guy like Aaron Rodgers, and he's not doing it better. He's like Aaron is. He's one of those once in a couple of generation type guy. He's more accurate than Mahomes. I'm not even gonna. It's if you don't see that on tape, it's ridiculous. But what he is he's created those explosive plays that made Rodgers so hyperbolic a few years ago. He's making them more consistent than even Rodgers did. He's taking it to that next level. If he ever hones into that little stuff closer to what Aaron Rodgers is, he is going to shatter records. It will be ridiculous. It is just, he's a joy to watch on tape and to watch. For people out there, it is not just the splash plays. You need to appreciate this kid as an elite talent, mentally and physically. Sorry, another rant. I got a lot of football.
I mean, he's already taken over the State Farm commercial.
Patrick Mahomes, remember, was taking after Mitchell Trubisky in the draft.
Can't emphasize that enough.
Still to this day, I will never understand. When I was watching the draft, look, I wasn't sure about any of these guys. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I was for sure about any of these, but there was two things I was sure about. That either Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson should have been, and both should have been taken before Mitch Trubisky. How the hell that?
Bingo.
I am not saying I was going to say any of these guys were going to pan out, but just that's my point right there. Like, the fact that Mahomes really is the best of those three, it ain't even close, man. Like, I'm sorry. Don't try to give me Watson's, he's good, he's solid, but I just said it. I have already seen enough from watching tape. Patrick Mahomes is an elite quarterback. And Dave, I do not throw that word around with young quarterbacks, unproven. He's got some stuff that could make him even better, but that's just going to make him scary, like killer good. He's elite all the way around at this point, in my opinion. And maybe it don't mean much, but I don't throw that word around a lot.
Well, yeah, and like you said, he's not. Sorry, D.
No, go ahead.
Well, I think the most dangerous thing, because like you said, he's probably not the most accurate quarterback in the league, but the most dangerous thing is he doesn't let an opportunity slip by. He doesn't let a window go he doesn't let that window close. Whenever he sees it, he just throws it. And then the combination of that with the ability of their wide receivers to take all of those passes to the house because they're so freaking fast, every single one of them. That's the most dangerous thing. I mean, you're right. Aaron Rodgers is probably more accurate and makes better decisions, but Mahomes just isn't afraid of anything, and he'll throw like Favre in any window, and then he's rewarded when it makes it through the window and guys can take it to the house.
But the thing that I know about him is he's so young yet, Dillon, that he is going to, and he's smart enough to know, like when you hear him talk, he knows that he's getting away with some stuff. And I think he's only in he's into his, fourth game of his second year starting or whatever, or third year, right. Is it now? Like, he hasn't started that many games. I mean, for me to be throwing this out, he's going to get better. He's going to learn to maybe not try to take that big. But you know what? So far, it's like he's been like hitting the jackpot on the slot machine at a rate that I've never seen before. Like, without Favre had far more negative plays, and Aaron has never took as many of those risks. When Aaron was doing it, he was operating on a different level. Like, that's what I mean. He was pinpoint accurate, but you just hit it. It's the combination of his ability, but then the offensive pieces they put around him. It's like just the perfect marriage. But we all know, as those pieces go away, he's going to get better, and he'll be the look, I'm going to say it. He's going to be the closest thing to take what we all love about Aaron Rodgers. He's got the best chance, from what I can see on tape, of any quarterback that's playing right now or coming in the draft that I can analyze. He's got the best chance to take what Aaron Rodgers does and take it to the next level. He's not, if he, where he is, if he takes those things and those accuracy things to the next level in decision making and gets more consistent than he is on all those other things and pinpoints his accuracy like Aaron, he's the only guy that I will legitimately stand behind saying that he could take what I've seen Aaron do and really take it to the next level because of, like, he just scores and throws at a rate we've never seen. It's just crazy.
Back to the power rankings, number 15. The Buffalo Bills. I feel this is a really low ranking for an undefeated team with no tie. Yeah, no one circles the wagons like the Bills. I really think that the defense is real. Josh Allen is taking the next step in developing. He's not making the simple mistakes he was last year. He's got Frank Gore. Even when Devin Singletary's down, the Eagles won and Gore steps up. The Bills, to me, are a real threat. They have them ranked under Philly, and Philly's 1-2. I understand injuries have taken a toll, but, I mean, also the Colts are ranked above them. I don't think the Colts are better than the Bills. But, yeah, I would move them up a couple spots. I think Philly...
Question.
Yep.
If the Bills beat, because I'm assuming that I hate to be a spoiler here, but I think we all
here it goes.
New England's number one. If the Bills beat New England this weekend, would you move the Bills? I don't care what anyone else says. Would you move the Buffalo Bills to number one in the power ranking?
No. Top 7, top 5, yes.
Okay.
I feel it would David versus Goliath. I feel it's just the Bills. They've been chopping down a redwood for over decades, and I mean, finally they're this close to chopping down that redwood. And New England is set up for a perfect trap game because New England is all hyped up. They got the best defense. They got one of the best offenses. They got the best quarterback. I'm sorry, in Jay's defense, yes, okay, the quarterback with the most Super Bowls, but not the most talented. There you go, Jay.
Here we go.
Well, no, that's his argument. That's why I have to say it. But, I mean, still, the Bills, like I said, have been hacking at that redwood for decades. I think they have a really good chance of getting it done. It's in Buffalo, too, so they're going to have that huge advantage. If the Bills come out and lay like a 31-10 loss, I'm going to be so disappointed. I think they finally got a quarterback that can make the decisions. They got the running style. I think Singletary should be back this week from what I was reading correctly.
That's the big part. I mean, they really need his explosiveness to go with Gore's hammer up the middle to win this game. But I think if you just have to rely on Gore and Yeldon, it's going to be very difficult. They're going to need some big chunk plays out of Singletary.
Yeah. Plus, you got to see someone step up at wide receiver because those corners from New England are good.
John Brown had a weaker performance compared to his first 2 weeks, but his first 2 weeks were spectacular. So, yeah, I mean, if he plays like he did the first 2 weeks, they should be fine. I mean, Cole Beasley's been pretty good in the slot, and they have the combination of Zay Jones and Robert Foster on the other side. So, I just, Josh, obviously the big thing right is going to be mistakes because one pick with the Patriots turns into two, a sack turns into a fumble, that type of thing. So, if Buffalo just doesn't make mistakes, they have a real shot in this game.
Well, I agree. They have a shot because, one, the defense, they have a defense to go with New England's defense. But I think it's more vicious than New England's defense. I think that their front seven can really get after the quarterback, and now you put someone like Marshall Newhouse out at the tackle position. And I'm sorry, as a Packers fan, I've watched him play for 5-6 years with us, and he was horrible. So the fact that they have him there, I mean, it's just asking Brady to get hammered the whole game by the pass rushers of the Bills. Also, moving on to number 14, man, Philly's there. I want them to come out and do well because I know it's your team. I want them because it's my brother's team. But, man, they could have not set themselves up in a more worse situation with being 1-2, going into Green Bay in a couple days. Injuries still stacking up, and you have the Vikings and the Cowboys in the next month.